All is darkness. All is cold. All is silence. So we managed to break free. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play The Last Door. So it looks like we're off in our memory world again. It seems to be a cold winter afternoon, or perhaps evening. And here we have some old fool that we're visiting. Jeremiah, we must talk. With your mother deceased, arrangements have to be made regarding your upbringing. A man of my position and responsibility can't take the time to look after a young boy. First thing in the morning, you will depart for Scotland. I am sending you to study at the St. Gall boarding school in Aberdeen. You need not bother to write, as I will not have time to read your letters, because I am a jerk and a stupid old man who's going through andropause. And in case you're wondering, yes, man-pause or male menopause is a thing. The scientific term is called andropause. So then there's some witch here.
Still no letters for you, David. Please do not persist any further.
Gosh, our family was quite the jackwagons. Gross. Moving on. Yet another memory. Pleased to meet you, my new classmates. And who is that?
Him? Oh, that's just David. Pay him no mind. He's a little odd.
Interesting. Hello, I'm Anthony Beechworth. This is my first term here. I've only just arrived. I hope we can't be friends. Well, at least somebody was nice to him. I guess that memory wasn't too sad. Although it did reflect, or perhaps suggest that he could have been bullied. Anyways, back to the present. We awaken in spilled blood. Gross. What is happening? So let's examine our coffin. A shiver runs down my spine when I look at what could have been my eternal deathbed. Okay, and what's this over here? My head is pounding. I feel so weak and thirsty. If I don't drink water soon, I will faint. Dear Lord, where am I? That is a very good question. Where the heck could we be? So moving onward, we can see a couple of pipes, some rusty cage. The light is coming in from outside is dazzling. Move, you jackwagon. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, it looks like we can pass through this hallway. So we're getting somewhere at least, right? I'm in a city. Is it Aberdeen? How could I have escaped? I can't see anything beyond this wall but the dark facades of buildings on the far side. Facades indeed, for all we know it could be totally fake. But let us press onward. Water crest for sale. So we've got some fool here, and another fool here. Cheapest potatoes in town. Please, sir, could you give me some water? This ain't a charity, toff. I only sell to paying customers, so cough up and get out. Jeez, how frickin' rude. What about this fool? Young man, could you please tell me where am I? Well, gee, thanks. You're frickin' helpful. There is a cart blocking the alley. I won't be able to pass until it has been moved. And I suppose you're just too damn weak to be able to move it yourself. An injured in ragged clothing sits leaning against the brick walk. We'll just leave him be. And another fool. The young man sleeps under a filthy blanket. A young woman suffers difficulty breathing. A bunch of these people must be sick. Stained and threadbare sheets struggle to dry in the muggy air. Okay, well, here's another person that we have a chance to talk to. Please, I need water. Get out of here, drunk. How frickin' rude. There is a man staring at me from amidst the crowd. What crowd? There's 2 frickin' people there. Something in his countenance seems strange to me. Yeah, dressed in all red, and here's a yellow lady. Okay, so the man dressed in red runs away from us. Please, ma'am, could you tell me where am I?
You know where you're at. Why, this is the old Nico Street Rookery, a darker, more decrepit place like never there was.
But that's in London. How could I have arrived in this slum? Well, you were captured, don't you remember? By Mr. Baldwin. From the pipe glows grimy water, full of soot. And yet you'll drink it anyways because you're just so damn thirsty. The water's foul odor is repulsive, but I am overcome with thirst. Gross, but at least it quenched his craving. Let us press onward. Ah, jeez, can't you walk a little Oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying that. So we awaken in the evening. I must have fainted. It is dangerous to be in Old Nicole at night. I should make my way out as quickly as possible. Yeah, that we should. Let's get the heck out of here. Oh, and I haven't examined this yet. We have a ticket here. The 4 witnesses. I wonder how I got in my pocket. A ticket to see a play called The 4 Witnesses. So that's a throwback to the previous part, as he is part of the witness group. So moving onward, we notice here that the cart has been moved out of the way, so now we have access to this area. And it looks like we're off in Memory World again. Herr Dr. Wakefield is here to see you, main heir. Show him in, heirs. It is about your patient, is it not? There is no trace of him. He hasn't shown up for his last few sessions. I've been to his house, of course. His landlady assured me he went on a trip weeks ago and hasn't come back home. He kept the destination to himself. Then it is happening, as I feared. What do you mean? I'm sorry, my dear friend. I first thought of this when you described your sessions with Herr Devitt, but I didn't want to upset you without need, as I hoped for the best. Now I am afraid my suspicions could be true. There are some things that I will have to verify first, though. I promise that I will contact you as soon as I have learned anything important. Please, Herr Doctor, it is of the utmost importance no one else knows of this matter. You have my total discretion. Okay, well, I guess it wasn't really a memory. In any case, here we are, Episode 3, The 4 Witnesses. So here we are in this abandoned-looking hall. I feel like I have been walking these streets for hours. Surely I must be close to finding my way out of this labyrinth. So let's explore around. Maybe we'll find something. The street lamp tries to put some light into the gloom. We've got a door over here. And upon entering... gross. There's just a bunch of rats and... What are these, dead animals? Cuts of rancid meat lie discarded on the butcher's block. Gross. And it attracted flies. Since they didn't have any, refrigerators, then they had to salt it or some crap. The remains of a horse hang by a hook affixed to the wall, its blood drains seeping into the floorboards. A metal plate is planted in the wall. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was a... Sorry, I read that as butthole. I'm sorry. Bolt hole. Okay. And we can click on these things. Oh wait, it's a puzzle. Oh, Jesus Christ. We all know how these go. There we go. And now we can crawl through here. Rusted out drums. Empty. Surely there must be something here. A bottle. A bottle of gin. It's empty, but it may be of some use. Let's take it with us. This machine is old and in disrepair. It appears to be some sort of filtering machine. Despite its condition, it seems to have been used just recently. Okay. Anything else? It's a glass censer. Liquids are poured into the top and then impurities removed through a valve at the bottom. Now that's important for later. We'll have to keep that in mind. But for now, we've gotten what we came for. A bottle. I wonder how it will serve us. So let's get on out of here. The boarded up window of a rundown house. Dust smears the glass, preventing me from seeing the interior. Not that it would really matter anyways. So let's go up these steps now. Ah, there's that red man. Runs away from us every time we try to approach him. But since we're here, we might as well talk to this fool. A rusty old oil lamp sits empty in the corner.
No, it doesn't belong to anybody. You're welcome to take it if you like. I'm not sure what good it'll do without any oil, though.
Let's take it anyways, and let's talk to her.
Do you hear them? It's the crows searching for the moans of the weak and dying. They're calling to each other. They must have found something.
These streets are so confusing to navigate, I'm afraid I have lost my way. Could you direct me out?
Yes, lost one, I can give you direction. I have been gifted with the second sight. I can peer deep into your past and unwind the tapestry of your fate. Would you like me to close my eyes so that yours may be opened?
I haven't a penny to pay you.
Money is of no matter here. Come close to me now.
And here she has what looks like, I don't know, tarot cards, oracle cards, whatever they are. I don't think it really matters, but my first instincts are to go with this one.
The mask. Empty eyes stare at you and a voiceless mouth calls you. Its lips twist and snarl with what it has seen, what it's still to be seen. You think it is a stranger's face, but it is your own.
I guess it must represent the shadow aspects of ourselves.
The walker, you have embarked upon a great journey, but this path has been walked by you before. You step in your own footprints inside a circle of fire. The dying star, your lost guide. You follow the stream but do not know where it goes. You think you have escaped, but actually you are getting closer and closer.
I don't understand. What does this all mean?
I can't unpick these uns. The threads you have woven in destiny are too tight, child. But you will, oh yes, you will. It is not for me to say, for you to discover. Remember that in the fog, we see only what is closest to us. The bird remains in the distance, but if you wish to leave, you must follow the path of the bird. No more direction can I give.
I am following a man. He must have passed this way.
And how is that man?
Tall, well-dressed, red-haired, and a cold look in his eyes.
The nightmare of which we don't talk about, all of us, asleep or awake, have seen that man at some time.
Pardon me, I must go.
You will need a nap to guide your steps. Farewell.
Though the embers look as though they'll soon extinguish, its meager warmth is welcome. Now we'll have to remember that flame for later, because I think we might actually be able to use it to light the lamp in a certain way once we have the oil. So there's that old man again. Now we can examine this. It's just rubbish, rotten scraps of food and discarded papers. Now if we try to click on him, then he runs away. But since we're here, we might as well examine this. You may keep my miserable kingdom. You may keep my spike-encrusted jewels. Stay there as you will, and stare into my eyes. I am a shadow's shadow and will not disappoint. So let's go through this wall. And what does this say? The letters seem to have been inscribed with an oily grime. It reads, rats. I'm not sure if that's a warning or an exclamation. Good point.
The sewer is flooded here with an ankle-deep pool of water. Patches of oil swirl on its surface. Now, since that's a hint, oil, we can collect that into our bottle. I collected some of the oily water into my gin bottle. So there's nothing more that we can do here, so let's leave. Now, if you recall, there was actually the area that I mentioned earlier where we can remove impurities from certain liquids, and that's over here in this area where we can crawl underneath that fireplace or whatever the heck it was. Can't even remember. Doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and use our oily water onto this device. I pour the contents of the bottle into the essentia. The oil floats on the surface. When I open the valve, I will drain the water until all of the water has been removed. That's it. I've extracted all of the water. Only the oil now remains, and let's use our empty lamp on it. I filled the lamp with oil. I hope it will be enough to last the night. Let's hope. So let's get on out of here, and as I've mentioned before, there was the fire that the psychic lady was sitting in front of. Now, that is actually what we will use to light our lamp. It seems kinda crude, but you know point-and-click adventure games. We have to get resourceful in these. So let's use our lamp on the fire. And there we have a lit lamp. And I'm gonna break the video here. When we come back, more of The Last Door. Until then, have fun, everybody.